Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Katelin Urgo and I am a 23-year-old writer, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever book review. I should preface this by saying that I feel like I have no authority to be giving a review of any book ever. I don't know why, I feel like it's not my place. I don't know. As a writer too, I guess as a reader, I don't read as much as I should, first off. Second off, I feel like it's a lot easier to critique other books when all you do is really read, but as a writer, I never want to speak ill of someone else's book because someone else may feel that way about my writing, and maybe I just didn't vibe with what I was reading, so I never want to say anything bad, which you'll never catch me saying anything bad about a book. If I didn't enjoy a book, I won't do a review on it. So I guess I'll just put that out there to preface this right off the bat. By now, you guys should all know about my journey with Christmas books. I love the idea of holiday books and Christmas books, but actually finding them is a lot trickier than I thought, and especially finding good ones. And so there was a point during NaNoWriMo where I almost said, screw it, I'm gonna write my own Christmas book, and I still absolutely may do that because I think it's so fun, and I think curling up with a Christmas book during the holiday season, come on, there's nothing better. Which is what I did this year. Kiara ended up recommending me a book called A Holidaze by Christina Lauren. I am not super familiar with Christina Lauren's work, but I will give a little brief intro of who they are. I don't actually have the book. I read on my phone, so anyway, this is the little description of Christina Lauren at the beginning of this book. It says, Christina Lauren is the combined pen name of longtime writing partners slash besties slash soulmates and brain twins, Christina Hobbs and Lauren Billings, the New York Times, USA Today, and #1 international best-selling authors of the Beautiful and Wild season series and various standalone romances. So that is Christina Lauren. It is a writing duo, so two authors. This is actually really fun because Kiara and Sarah are co-writing a book together, and I am absolutely fascinated by the process of writing with another person, and I will be doing a little interview with them at some point, hopefully in the new year, and just kind of delve into that whole process. I don't know, the thought of like having someone else work with you on your writing is so crazy to me, but Christina Lauren did it. I had no idea what I was getting myself into with this book. Kiara gave it to me. She said, you're gonna read this, and I said, okay, and I finished it in, I think, 4 hours. This was initially supposed to be a reading vlog for you guys. I said that I was going to do a reading vlog, and I was very excited about that prospect. I ended up finishing it so quick that there was just no footage for a vlog. It was very choppy, so I figured I'm gonna at least sit down and tell you guys what I thought of the book. The main character, Maylin Jones, who I absolutely fell in love with almost immediately. She's quite funny. I see a little bit of myself in her, and she was just great fun to read. She has been going to this cabin with her family and 2 other families that have known each other since college, and so she basically grew up going to this cabin in Utah for all the holidays, and there's another family there with 2 sons, and it immediately starts off with her making a really big romantic mistake with one of the 2 sons, but the wrong one. She has feelings for the other one, and she accidentally kisses the one that she doesn't like, and it's this whole big fun thing, and I think that immediately set the tone for what the story was gonna be. But I had no idea. I was on page 1 and it said December 26th, and I was like, I thought this was a Christmas book, but we're past Christmas, and I was so confused because I didn't read the stupid synopsis beforehand. So I was completely shocked when there's a car accident, everything goes black, and then she ends up waking up at the beginning of the vacation that she just spent like 5 or 6 days doing. So very fun, very much Groundhog Day vibes, which is hilarious because they actually mention Groundhog Day in this book, so that was such a fun connection. Sometimes I feel with romance books, the thing that gets me is that they can be a little predictable. You can be like 5 pages in and pretty much know exactly where the story is going and who the main character is going to end up with and all of that, and this book is definitely not enemies to lovers. It's nothing crazy like that. So it was really really exciting when something totally different happened than what I expected, and I thought that was fun. The magic didn't ever feel tacky or not well done. It felt really great. It felt very natural. And I think what helped with that is that the main character was also like, what's going on? She didn't know what was going on, and that eased me as a reader saying, okay, I don't need to know what's going on because not even the main character knows what's going on. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and I thought that the magic part of that was really well done. All of the characters in this story I just absolutely fell in love with. They each have this fun personality, and they all kind of mesh really well together. The ensemble for this book, the cast of characters, is huge. There's a ton. Well, let's see, how many are there? Malin, Theo, Andrew, the twins, Aaron. Oh my god, there's like 12 people. Did I just remember all of those characters? Like, actually, oh, and her little brother. There's like 13 characters in this book in this one place at all times. And so to manage that like big of a cast, I'm looking at that from the author's perspective. I'm like, whew, I could never. It's just so many people, and they're all together all the time. So I was a little worried initially in the beginning. I was like, am I going to be able to remember all of these people? But they do such a great job of giving each one their own little bits of pieces of personality, and they all have so much fun together. And by the end, I mean, God, I just remembered all of the characters, and I read this like a day ago. So I really enjoyed this cast of characters that they created. Let's talk about the romance. Kiara's gonna laugh at me when she's editing this because I'm not normally a huge fan of friends to lovers. I definitely like the enemies to lovers trope a little bit more, purely because I simply find it more interesting most of the time. My coffee! Oh my god. I totally forgot this was here. Wow. Sorry that's been in frame this whole time. I find the enemies to lovers trope a little bit more interesting, but I will say that every once in a while you just want a really good, feel-good romantic book, and this one did it for me. I think set at the holiday time was so much fun, so great. There's a lot of themes of tradition and breaking tradition and all of that, and I think that's such a great way to go about a holiday book because, I mean, God, as a Hallmark movie connoisseur myself, I've seen it all, and I really like the idea of toying with breaking traditions and the holidays as kind of an end to the year and a beginning and a new start into the new year. And I liked that the main character, Malin, it wasn't just all about the holidays. It was about what's happening after the holidays for her. It was about her life and her happiness and her job and all of that. And the romance, it almost seemed like, was kind of secondary, which I enjoyed a lot. Eventually, it did take over, and it's funny because this whole time Malin is trying to understand, like, why am I getting sent back? And she gets sent back a few times, and she's like, why is this happening? And she's trying to kind of figure it out and decode, and she jokingly says, like, there's no guidebook to this, and that part had me absolutely laughing out loud. But it's interesting because I think that just the problems that she was toying with, and the fact of like not liking her job and feeling like she's still living at home and all of this stuff, it was so relatable, and I really just enjoyed her as a character, and I liked seeing her development, and I liked seeing that being sent back was the push that she needed to kind of figure out, like, okay, what am I doing with my life? What do I really want in life? And one of those things ended up being Andrew, the older brother, and it's very fun and cute to watch them fall in love, and I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. Honestly, just go read this book. I'm sorry if I give any spoilers. I don't mean to necessarily. It's just, I just want to chat about the book, and I just want to create a little discussion. So if you guys have read the book, or after you read it, come back to this video and leave some comments, because I definitely want to chat about it with some people. But I think it was interesting because what I struggle with Andrew is that I feel like he's so perfect. He's like too perfect. And maybe I'm just a little bit of like, oh, men, you know? But he's so great and he's so wonderful and she's loved him for so long, and I was so glad that it worked out between them and everything. It's just interesting. I don't know. I guess too, this is just the playing with the whole friends to lovers. It's like, God, if you're already friends, you know, oh God, I don't know. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I think it was very cute. It was the perfect holiday read. It had just enough Christmas elements and holiday elements, as well as those real life struggles that the main character was going through, to create the balance where it wasn't just like Christmas, and it's like, whoa, you know. It was nice to kind of have those two sides, and I really enjoyed it. The romance was really well done, I think. And just the story in general was great. It was beautiful. I loved it. Again, I read it in like 3 hours, and I don't think I'm that particularly fast of a reader, but like I just banged it out. It was great. It was just such a fun read. I didn't want to put it down. All right, everyone. If you are him and hawing over whether or not you should get in A Holidaze and read it this Christmas season, then I absolutely think you should. And that way you can come back and discuss with me and share all of your thoughts. I really enjoyed this story. I would absolutely read it every year as a fun little just holiday thing. I think it's a good reminder too, and this message that kind of came across throughout the book is that don't wait for things to work out. Just like take control, be yourself, go for it, have fun, be bold, make choices that are gonna make you happy. And that is exactly the kind of message that I think all of us need to hear going into a brand new year, wrapping up the holiday season. So overall, I loved it. And now I know I love Christina Lauren and their work. I think they are incredible authors, and again, I love the idea of 2 authors on the same book. I think that's such an interesting concept, and I'm so excited to check out more and more of their work. So yeah, if you have any other holiday or Christmas books that you absolutely love, then please comment below and let me know, because I would love to read some more holiday books in the upcoming weeks. And I think I'm going to be writing my own Christmas book at some point. Maybe next year I'll get on it. But I love the idea of holiday books. It's kind of like Christmas movies where you forget about them all year and then you pick them up each year, and it's kind of this fun little, I don't know, just gets you in the holiday spirit. So I'm gonna be writing one myself. If you enjoyed this weird book review, I don't know, I'm just sharing my thoughts here. Again, I don't think I have any authority to give a review. If I had to give a book a review, I'm gonna create my own little scale. It's gonna be the Katelin book scale review. If I ever give anything a 1, that still means that it's probably amazing and it just wasn't my favorite out of all the books in the world. If I give it a 5, then I just think it's incredible and amazing and wonderful. I would give this book a 5. It's wonderful, love it. 5 Katelin book review stars. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, then please do subscribe to my channel. I am going to be posting a lot more fun content in the coming weeks. And my goal is to hit 300 subscribers before the new year. I don't know if we can do it, but we should try. If you haven't already, then hit that notification bell so you don't miss any one of my videos and also algorithm stuff. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Now go read something. Street cleaner.